Hi. Everyone has a story. Welcome to You Can't Make It Up. I'm your host, Chrissy Jackson. I am a podcasting newbie. For years, I've dreamed of hosting my own show, so here I am, taking the leap. Thank you for taking it with me. I keep looking down, but I should look at the camera like I'm looking at y'all. Anyway, welcome to episode 3 of my podcast. I'm so grateful that you're here. What do you need to know about me? I'm a menopausal, middle-aged mama. I love my family. I love Jesus. I love music. I love working out with Peloton. And I'm coming to you from Houston, Texas. I want to travel the world and experience the joy that God has created. And I hope this will be an avenue to take me there. What will you learn or gain listening to this podcast? I hope you'll laugh. You might cry. You'll hear real stories you can't make up. My goal for the show is to share real life with my listeners, to encourage you to never give up. Life is hard, but you can overcome any obstacle with perseverance, and we can all persevere. I have launched with audio only the last 2 episodes, but Lord Jesus help me. I'm recording a video today. Hello. And I also have my very first guest. What do I see for this show? I see me sharing stories. I see interviews with my very interesting family and friends. In the future, I see interviews and discussions with other guests who I might know or people that I might admire from afar or who are successful in various industries. In each episode, we'll talk about life, what's new, what's had me thinking, what's had other people thinking, stories that have you scratching your head. You just can't make this up. Some of the stories may be unbelievable, others may be stupid, but most of them are memorable. These stories exist everywhere, not just in my small world. I'd love to hear yours. You can share your stories with me in the comments or send me an email. You can't make it up, bcpmedia@gmail.com. And this week, I'm going to introduce you all to my very first guest. Like I told you, if you listened to episode 2 last week, I have one of my favorite people joining me for this episode. Her name is Jamie Duggar. Jamie is my aunt. I call her Aunt Jamie. And I'm so glad that she's with me.
This isn't radio. This is your first video.
I know. I'd like to welcome my guest, Jamie Duggar. Jamie, you can't hear me? I need to get.
You're not loud enough.
I need to get closer to my microphone.
Close, yeah.
How about now? Is that better?
Yes. Do you have a thing?
Mm.
You need to get one. Yeah, you're going to have to get something because you need to be close, like this close.
Okay. How about if I put it here, then I'll look like I'm looking at it. This is hilarious. So much that goes into this. I know. I'm introducing you all to my very first guest and showing my face. It's a big week. Like I told you, if you listened to episode 2 last week, I have one of my favorite people joining me for this episode, Jamie Duggar. Thank you, Aunt Jamie, for joining me for my very first video podcast interview. And so, yes, obviously she's my aunt, but tell me a little more about who you are, Jamie.
You are my sister's daughter. So I am your mother's sister. you want to know about me? I am just an ordinary middle-aged white woman who's trying to make her way in the world without being perceived as a Karen.
Okay.
I have lots of hobbies. My favorite hobby is learning how to act. I like acting in plays and movies and commercials. But I haven't done it in a while.
No, you've been in what? I saw you in Dallas. I saw you in what commercial? It was the Zaxby's commercial, right?
Oh yeah, I was in a Zaxby's commercial. I did a Taco Bueno commercial. That's probably my favorite. I did a lot of dorky dancing, and
we don't have Taco Bueno here, so I don't know if I saw that. I don't remember.
It's been a while. You probably haven't seen me in anything recently. I've been out of the game for a little bit.
Back game?
Yes, I am still taking classes and trying to learn everything I can, but not hardcore pursuing it.
Okay. I've decided I'm going to hold the microphone so I don't have to be up in this like this.
That'll work.
Like, that makes me feel better. So we're going to talk about a wild story. I'm not going to go in order on these questions. Tell me a wild story about your life that you just can't make up. Like a story that somebody would find hard to believe.
Well, I heard Jesus talk to me. I think that's probably the wildest thing that somebody's, wouldn't believe about me. Well, it sounded a lot like my own.
Like what? Like what?
I have a lot of voices in my head.
What did it sound like?
Well, I was not really like an audible in the room sound. I didn't turn around and say, huh? Or something, like that. But it was definitely someone else's voice in my head. And this happened to me during COVID lockdown. Mm-hmm. I was in my kitchen setting up my little communion to have communion online with my church. And I didn't have any grape juice like we use in church. Mm-hmm. So I used some red wine mm-hmm. and a tortilla. But when I poured the wine, I heard someone say to me, "This is the last time you're going to drink that."
Oh, really?
If I can wait till the banquet in heaven, so can you. And that's what he said to me. Mm-hmm. And I haven't had another drop to drink since then. What?
I said, I never knew that. My gosh, that's going to be the best video ever.
You're telling a hard time
story. And I'm like, hey, oh, goodness. I might just have to show a little bit of video and go with the audio for the rest of it. So why would somebody, I don't find that hard to believe. I mean, I do find it hard to believe because people don't, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe I just found it hard to believe for me. But I was taken aback.
I mean, I am too. But so I guess that goes into kind of like, I already know the answer to this. You believe in Jesus.
Yes.
You weren't having any kind of like
Paul
kind of doubts at the time.
No, it was no. This was just an ordinary. Well, it was. It may have been Easter. May 3rd. I think it is Easter Sunday.
I remember Easter Sunday in COVID because we all got on a Zoom.
Yeah, we were doing church by Zoom.
Yeah, but we all, as a family, got on Zoom that day on Easter.
Did we?
Me, you, Julie, Nana, Jackie. I think Fred got on for a little bit. Jeff got on for a little. Everybody got on a little bit.
I remember that.
I think Madison did too.
Mm-hmm. It was chaos.
Mm-hmm.
I remember
it was that morning.
This would have been that morning. The interesting thing about that in particular, I mean, I wouldn't have considered myself an alcoholic, really.
No.
But probably I was. Probably I drank too much. I drank a lot. Mm-hmm. I mean, I didn't drink every day, but a lot of times when I drink, I just don't know when to stop. So, binge drinker, I guess you would call it. But didn't really seem to be out of control. I didn't think, but maybe it was. But anyway, for whatever reason, Jesus decided it wasn't for me. And that was May. So June, July, August, September. 5 months later, I was diagnosed with cancer that had gone into my liver. Blood cancer that had metastasized into my liver. So I think maybe he was preparing me. And get ready, because you're going to stop anyway.
Yeah, absolutely was. So as you can imagine, Jamie and I had a lot to talk about. So we're just going to hold on to some of that content for next week. We hope you've enjoyed the discussion so far. And I am going to share the Can't Make It Up story of the week from the media. Promise y'all this is going to get better. Anyways, here's that video. Hold on, here we go. Let's see. Hey.
Del Seaman-Cass caught the incredible encounter while on a hybrid trekking and paddling trip with his son Adrian. A father captured the moment his son was briefly swallowed by a humpback whale.
But man got swallowed by a whale while he was kayaking near Chile. It's wow, crazy. Can't make it up. It's just like it's from the Bible. And immediately that was the first thing I thought of. It's like, wow. And he spit him right back out. But yes, man gets swallowed by a whale, gets spit back out. Can't make it up. Episode of You Can't Make It Up. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you subscribe to my show wherever you get your podcasts. Please leave a review and let me know what you think, and share the podcast with your family and friends. Sponsors, I need you. If you're willing to take a risk and support my show, send an email to youcan'tmakeitupbcpmedia@gmail.com. You can find me in between episodes on social media. I'm on Instagram. I'm your mom 6868 on X. My handle is CNF77. If you're on the Peloton app, make sure you follow me there so we can get a workout in together. I'm Boring Christine. Thank you again for joining me for this week's episode of You Can't Make It Up. I will share some more of my conversation with Aunt Jamie next week. And thanks for listening. We'll see you then.
You Can't Make It Up is a production of BCP Multimedia. This podcast is produced and written by Chrissy Jackson. All rights are reserved.